everyone, and thank you for joining today's meeting. As we look towards 2025, we need to come together and find ways to drive more revenue for Maison Hotel, particularly through our services. With our services expanding, restaurants, cafes, event halls, and meeting venues, it is essential that we stay ahead of the curve and offer what our guests truly want. But also, let's be realistic. We are operating a competitive and fluctuating market, so our plans must not only be innovative but practical. Before we get started, Secretary Mr. Muaz, could you please confirm the attendance?
Good morning, Chair. Sure, the attendance is confirmed. We have the we have the chairman and Chair Faris, myself, and all staff members here today, which is Encik Shafiq, Encik Adam, and Encik Arif, all present and accounted for.
Great, thanks. Now let's get down to business. The first agenda item is to propose actionable ideas for increasing our hotel's profitability in 2025. I trust that each of you has thought about this carefully. I want us to focus on ideas that are realistic and that we can implement quickly, but also things that will set us apart in the long term. Mr. Shafiq, let's start with you. You have been working closely with the restaurant and cafe services. What ideas do you have?
Okay, thanks, Chairman. I've been thinking a lot about how we can elevate the dining experience here at Maison Hotel. Our restaurant and cafe service are good, but they don't feel particularly unique at the moment. One way to stand out would be to introduce team dining experience like farm to table events once a month. We could also create partnership with the local farmers to offer fresh, locally sourced dishes. This would appeal to customers who are looking for something authentic and sustainable. However, I want to note that this event will require careful planning. It might take time to build the right relationship with the local suppliers, and initially, it could put some pressure on our kitchen staff and logistics. But if we can manage this, I think it could attract a new crowd of customers, both local food lovers and tourists.
That's an interesting idea, Mr. Shafiq. But however, I think that we have to be cautioned about the overcommitting ourselves. I've seen similar initiative in other hotels, and while they work, they also resources intensive. And the last thing that we want is to stretch out ourselves too thin and risk compromising the quality of our regular services. Perhaps we can start small, maybe a quarterly event instead of monthly, and see how the customer respond to it. That way, we can test the water without investing too much upfront. And I also think that we need to find a way to boost the visibility of our existing customer services before we dive into a major new event. Maybe more targeted promotions like happy hour discounts or loyalty programs, which would be a good first step. This way, we can increase our foot traffic consistently.
Okay, I see both of your point, and I agree that we should be patient with big initiative. And but here's something to consider. We often overlook the potential of our event venue. We have excellent facilities that could be used for more than just corporate event. Why not offer our event space for specialized activity like cooking classes or wine tasting evening? This could attract both local and tourists who want a unique experience, and the event could be marketed as premium offering, which would generate additional revenue. Also, to Mr. Shafiq point, we could host farm to table event, but perhaps we should take it a step further and others those as part of a weekend retreat package. We, where customer get accommodation, a cooking class, and a meal featuring locally sourced ingredient. This would be a higher ticket offering that could generate more profit.
Hmm, interesting thoughts all around. But I do have concerns about the scalability of these events. Offering cooking classes and wine tasting evenings sounds great. But what happens when the numbers are low? We have seen before that not all events will fill up, especially during off-peak seasons. This could lead to operational inefficiencies. Mr. Arif, how do you propose we handle that risk?
You're right, Chair. The risk of low turnout is something we need to consider seriously. To mitigate this, I think we could focus on creating a clear target market for each event. For instance, cooking classes could target food as to or those seeking to learn new skill. Wine tasting could be great toward more upscale client, perhaps those are already staying at the hotel. By promoting this event as exclusive, we create a sense of urgency and demand. We could also offer limited time promotion leading up to the event like early bird discount to increase participation. Additionally, we could partner with local influencer or food blogger who can help market this event. Their reach could attract a new demographic, especially younger customer who tend to follow influencer recommendation.
I see your point, Mr. Arif, about influencers, because influencers are the trend for the youngsters or our base of our customers. And I'm on board with the testing them out, but we need to be careful with partnership. Influencers marketing can be effective, but only if we're working with the right influencers. Those whose audience align with our target customers base. I've seen hotel runs promotion with influencers, and while they had a large reach, the actual conversions into bookings was minimal. We need to be more strategic. I recommend focusing on micro influencers with engaged followers who have a genuine interest in food, travels, and luxury experience.
That's a good point, Mr. Adam. Micro influencers often have more focused and loyal audience, so the ROI could be higher. I think it is worth exploring, but we should also be aware of the cost of influencer partnership, which can sometimes add up. We need to track the return on investment carefully to ensure we are not spending more than we are earning.
Okay, if I may add something here, I believe we should approach this from a data-driven perspective. Before committing to influencer collaboration or launching this event, we can conduct surveys or social media polls to gauge interest. This way, we are not making blind investment. We'll have concrete feedback from potential customer. Also, as our customer data could be analyzed to identify demographic and preference, helping us target our promotion more precisely. Okay, so in addition, while the event and partnership are exciting, we must consider long-term consistency. Perhaps we could develop a seasonal calendar of recurring events that guests can anticipate, such as a summer food festival, a year-end wine tasting, or a spring brunch series. This kind of structured approach gives guests something to look forward to and help us plan better internally. Exactly. And let's not forget about operational costs. All these ideas sound great in the theory, but they come with a price. Team nights, special events, influencer collaborations, they all require budget allocations. And that brings me to another issue, our revenue. I'm concerned about our ability to fund these initiatives without impacting our bottom line. How do we plan on managing costs while rolling out these ideas?
That's a valid concern, Chairman. I think we can begin by analyzing our current expenditure. and cutting unnecessary costs. For example, we could look at streamlining our staffing during non-peak hours, renegotiating suppliers' contract for food and beverages item, or even adjusting our room rates during certain times of the year. These small cost-saving measures could free up some of the budgets to invest in our new incentive. And I also recommend focusing on improving our room revenue by offering bundle packages. For example, guests who book a room could afford the offered discounts on our dining services, event space, or wellness packages. This increases our average revenue per guest and enhance the overall experience.
That's an excellent point, Mr. Adam. Bundling service will not only increase revenue but will also provide added value for guests. However, I think we also need to think about customer retention. We are been focusing a lot on attractive new customer, but we should overlook our regular guests. Loyalty program could play a big role here, offering exclusive discount for repeat customer or creating a VIP loyalty tier could keep them coming back more frequently.
Okay, so and to support that, we could implement a digital loyalty apps that tracks point, offer personalized reward, and integrates with our service. This app also will also collect valuable data on guest behavior and preference, helping us improve our service further. Plus, it enhances the guest experience by making them feel recognized and valued. If we combine that will we with well-timed email marketing and birthday or anniversaries offers, I believe we will build a much stronger long-term customer base. I agree with you, Mr. Muaz and Mr. Arif. Loyalty programs could be a great way to retain our current customer base, but we also need to make sure that our customer service on top notch. If the experience is not great, no matter how much we market or offer discounts, guests will not return. So it is not just about ideas, it is about execution. We need to ensure that our staff is well trained and that every aspect of the guest experience is flawless. All right. I think we have explored a lot of different ideas to this. Now, let's move on to any other business. Does anyone have anything else to add?
Sorry, actually, I have been thinking about our digital marketing strategy. We are doing something well, but I feel like we are not fully taking advantage of social media platforms like Instagram or TikTok. These platforms could help us to promote our team events, new services, and partnerships. We should consider creating more engaging content like behind the scenes videos or guest testimonials. This kind of content could attract potential customers and show them what Maison Hotel offer beyond just a typical hotel stay.
That's a great suggestion, Mr. Shafi. We need to make our social media presence more engaging and authentic. I think there's room for improvement in how we showcase our services. So I'll work on developing a more robust social media strategy to complement this other initiative.
Okay, so to complement your point, Encik Adam, uh, perhaps we can also collaborate with local content creators to document their full experience at Maison Hotel. Okay, so this could include stay, meals, events, and feedbacks. Authentic video content from real visitors is often more trusted by audience than advertisement. I can help coordinate this collaboration and ensure that we maintain brand consistency throughout all public-facing content. Since we still have some time, I would like us to go deeper into the digital transformation side of things. We have talked about loyalty apps, influencer marketing, and bundling services. But let's discuss our current booking system and how we can improve it. Right now, it works. But does it really give us the edge in terms of user experience?
Okay, Encik Faris, I am glad you brought this up. I've been reviewing guest feedback forms, and one's recurring comment is that our booking interface, especially on mobile, is a bit outdated. Some users find it difficult to navigate, and others have mentioned that the payment process feels slow or clunky. I would like to recommend we explore a more mobile-first design, perhaps even integrating it with major e-wallet or QR code payment. Not only will this streamline the process, but it will also appeal to younger, tech-savvy travelers.
That makes sense, Mr. Muaz. Nowadays, travelers are doing everything from their phones. And if our system doesn't match those expectations, we are risk of losing booking. Also, have we considered adding a chatbot to the booking website? It could assist customer in real time, answer facts, and maybe even upsell service like spa treatment or room upgrade during the booking process.
That's a great idea, Mr. Shafiq. A chatbot could improve our customer service experience while also helping to reduce our reliance on the front desk for basic inquiries. But we need to ensure that it's programmed with the right tone and accurate information. A poorly executed bot can frustrate users more than helping them. I suggest that we start with a pilot version on a limited page, maybe just for inquiries, before rolling it out across the full platform.
I agree with you, Mr. Adam. And to complement that, we should be analyzing site usage data. For example, how many people are abandoning the booking midway? What is the average time spent on the page? This insight will tell us exactly where users are getting stuck. I can work with the IT and analytic team to get that data so we can make informed design improvement rather than just assumption.
Okay, so if I may add, Encik Arif, while we talking about digital efficiency, we must not ignore about accessibility. Some of our guests may be older or less tech savvy. So any upgrade we do to the booking system must maintain a clear, simple flow with minimal distractions. We could even offer an optional such as assisted booking features where guests can schedule a callback from our staff to help them by completing their booking.
Good points, all of you. I like the direction we are heading. Let's make user experience a priority in 2025. On another note, how are we doing with internal training? If we are going to introduce new services, technologies, and loyalty systems, we need to make sure our staff is properly trained. Secretary Mr. Muaz, any updates on that front?
Okay, yes, Encik Faris. We recently reviewed the training module we've been using for new hires, and frankly, they're a bit outdated. I suggest we revamp our training program into a blended learning format. Okay, so some in-person session for practical skills and some online micro course that staff can complete at their own pace. This approach will keep training flexible and engaging. I would also like to propose a monthly refresher season to reinforce knowledge, especially as we introduce new system or promotions.
Yes, that will be very useful, Mr. Muaz. I've noticed sometimes there's a gap in our promotion to communicate across the department. Some staff aren't aware of the current campaign or pricing structures, which leads to inconsistent service delivery. Maybe we could introduce a weekly internal bulletin or even a short staff podcast that updates everyone on a key initiative and guest feedback.
I really like the podcast idea. It sounds modern and is a basic way for staff to keep up with the change. We could include short interview with the team members, celebrate top performance, and even share guest stories or upcoming events. It could help build morale while keeping everyone informed.
We could also consider gamifying staff training and performance, perhaps using a point system where employees earn a reward for completing course, getting positive guest review, or suggesting service improvement. Not only does this boost motivation, but it also encourages staff to be proactive in learning.
Interesting. Gamification, internal podcasts, blended training. All very promising. Mr. Muaz, please compile these ideas into a separate section in the meeting minutes so we can propose a budget and timeline for the implementation.
Absolutely, Encik Faris. I will draft a section called Interval Development and Communication Enhancements and includes the ideas mentioned, such as blended learning modules, internal podcasts, gamified performance tracking, and weekly updates. I will also prepare a comparison of software platform that can support this transformation.
Perfect. Before we wrap up, I would like to revisit something that Mr. Shafiq said earlier. Social media strategy. Let's get a bit more specific. What kind of content should we prioritize to attract both local and international guests?
Okay, I think storytelling is a key. Instead of just posting offers of pictures of our rooms, we can share stories of guests, why they visited, what they enjoy, and what made their stay memorable. With concerns, of course, we can turn these stories into short videos or Instagram reels. People relate to real experience more than polished advertisement.
I would like to also that we can also the a day in the life of our hotel staff, showing what goes into preparing the rooms, setting up events, and creating meals in the kitchen. It humanizes our brand and makes our followers appreciate the effort that we put into delivering excellent services.
We should also plan for seasonal campaign. For example, during the holiday, we can offer a 12 days of Maison promo series. Each day, a different service or item in featured will with a special deal or a behind the scene pick. If keep engagement high and create anticipation.
Okay, I would like suggest we develop a content calendar, which it can mapping out key event campaigns and post across all platform. That way, our team remain aligned and consistent. So I can coordinate with marketing to ensure all creative assets are prepared in advance and we have backup posts ready in case of urgent news or last minute promotion.
Excellent ideas, everyone. This is exactly the kind of brainstorming we need. Mr. Muaz, please make sure all action items are clearly documented and assigned. Also, make sure a preliminary roadmap for the next 3 months is outlined for review by next week.
Understood, Encik Faris. I will also follow up with each department heads on their deliverable and create a tracker to monitor our progress leading up to July meeting.
Great. That truly concludes our discussion for today. I am pleased with the depth and balance of this conversation. Let's continue pushing forward with this initiative. Thank you again for your contributions. Let's make 2025 a breakthrough year for Maison Hotel.
Thanks everyone, especially to Mr. Faris. And I also appreciate everyone's ideas. It is a lot of great actions items to work on.
I also agree. Looking forward to collaborating on the new strategies.
Thanks everyone. Let's make sure our execution match our vision.
Thank you all. I will circulate the minutes, action plans, and follow up step by this evening.
Excellent. The meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Welcome.